Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grim Reaper Gamers ReaperCast. The Grim Reaper Gamers are a 25 and over gaming community with members spanning the globe, playing games across all genres, but our roots are still in first-person shooters. Bring your thick skin, your drink of choice, and grab your controllers. GRG members are on nightly with official community nights every Wednesday. Hello, everybody, and how the hell are you? The ReaperCast is back on the air. I am Johnny Hustler. And as usual, we have a four-man roundtable. So along with myself, let's go around the horn. Sitting in spot number 2, man who's been my right-hand man lately on this, the grimmest of all Reapers, the man that is the basis of the tomato meter, Lala Calamari. Jack, how the hell are you? What you drinking? What you playing?
I like the previous intro before Clown decided to drop the call. Parts unknown. I like that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Doing well. Drinking some Penberry Oktoberfest. I got some Harpoon Oktoberfest on deck, so I'm excited to try that, as I really like their beers. Currently, I'm playing some little game called Destiny. It's not a stripper at the local.
Yeah, that's what you tell your wife.
And then Warcrack. I'm still playing some Warcrack on the side.
Yeah,
a little side action.
Destiny feels cheated.
Oh, good.
All right.
Deserves it.
Chair number 3 from the PS4 side. Hopefully he won't shut Skype off on us this time around.
No guarantees.
The man behind the cloud that is the vape. Clown for life. Clown, how the hell are you? What you drinking? What you playing?
Tonight I am drinking all-natural crystal geyser water. Because I've had a long day and I don't plan on staying up any longer than I have to. And let's see, I've been grinding out the good old grind on Rise of Iron, and I've tried my hand with the new PC on Ark. And I'm sure you guys have been doing naughty things to my corpse while I've been away.
There might be a Brano in love with you, but that ain't my fault. All right, spot number 4, the coveted 4th chair. He is the sexy one. He is the man that actually keeps GRG going because he's the one that knows how to code the shit. And he is the master of AFK fishing in Black Desert Online. Grex, how the hell are you? What you playing? What you drinking?
Hey, what's up? I'm not drinking anything today, trying to get over a cold. So taking it easy. Playing, as you can see, Black Desert Online, and of course, Destiny, Rise of Iron. So been heavy into that lately.
Very nice, very nice. I'm changing it up a little bit. I didn't get a chance to get an Oktoberfest this week like I'd hoped, so I am drinking a little bit of vodka and cranberry juice. Before you say it's a chick drink, Lala, when you mix it with 30% vodka at least.
The cranberries for the urinary tract infection? No.
No, it's to try to convince my liver to stay around.
No, livers are overrated.
Please stay.
I think mine's a scab right now.
Mine sent a letter saying, "Screw you, I'm leaving."
Yeah.
And as far as what I'm playing, as usual, I am on the dinosaur-based crack that is Ark. And Density is back in my life, so God knows with the RNG, I don't know, but I don't know why I keep going back. Well, it was Hobbit, but it was all 3 of coins, for God's sakes. I swear that's all I got. I think I got like a helmet. Other than that. We'll talk about that later. All right. All familiar faces, so there's no getting to know you segment tonight, unless anybody has some secrets they want to tell, but I doubt it. We're all boring. So let's go over to community night information. As usual, Wednesday nights are our community nights, as stated before. Refer to the calendar on grimreapergamers.com/events for the updated calendar, updated events, the new stuff coming out. With Destiny around, we've been kind of focusing on that most nights.
Yeah, I think,
Tuesday night.
I think our calendar's basically grind Destiny for a while.
Grind the piss out of this. That's pretty much what we. That's pretty much what it's been.
I think that'll start calming down a little bit, but Yeah, that's pretty much
it's
it.
got about a month.
Yeah, well, it's got next week.
Battlefield comes in.
They have Iron Banner, so I know a lot of guys will just focus solely on that. So, that's where we're at.
Tuesday night is Destiny Reset Night. That's a combo of Crucible, Strikes, and Nightfalls. That's where we get a lot of our grinding in.
I got to tell you what, we had an open party on the Xbox side, and it was completely full. We had a bunch of people just running all different shit, and then some guys broke off, started their own parties. So there was probably at least 4 or 5 groups running fire teams, doing Crucible, getting out some legendary marks, doing some strikes, even attempting the Nightfall. So a lot of action going on Tuesday night. That's Texas's hard work.
Tex is always all over that grind. He's crazy dedicated to that shit.
About Grindr.com? I don't know.
Oh yeah, that too. But I was talking that.
We don't judge.
Pays for the subscription.
How's the PS4 side going on that respect? You got the resets going on over there too, Clown.
Yeah, it's we've been having 2 solid fire teams running right now at any given time. Usually we'll have 1. At night we'll have 2. I'm usually running 1. Cat's what's usually running the other one, and we're just grinding out what we need to grind out. We've been doing Archon's Forge, helping people get whatever they need to get. And recently grinding the strikes, trying to get our light level up.
Very nice. Wednesday night's been a little bit reserved for the private lobbies now that they're finally, after 2 years, a part of the game.
That was a much welcome addition to Destiny. And we had a full room going last night with people waiting in the wings for people to drop.
Yeah, we were shuffling in and out.
Yeah, the entire night, so it was a pretty good turnout.
Some awesome turnout for the private matches. And a lot of fun there, too. In fact, going to have a video going up on the YouTube channel shortly. I got to do a little editing, but I got some video captured from last night. So, GRG WrassleMania 2, we are still looking for customs to join in the fun. It is a custom battle royal coming up soon. Get signed up, last call for signups for WrassleMania 2 with GRG, brother. And October 5th is a big Destiny tournament coming on. It is the 2v2 coming up. That is who's running that?
John Effengold is running that. He's in charge of that. We're going to be hopefully picking some teams. Depending on signups, we may do more than 2v2 to try to just get this thing banged out in a night. I suggest that everybody in GRG sign up, play this. If you play Destiny, it is a GRG tournament, which means nothing in the grand scheme of things. So it's just for shits and giggles. Talent is not necessary. It's just for fun, and
it was necessary. You booted my ass a long time ago.
Yeah, well, I think your right trigger is broken, but
no, it's not broken. I had one game where it worked. Who was it that said last night that I made him feel good? It was one of the new guys.
I don't remember which guy.
Might have been Shark. I'll have to check. It might have been Shark, that one of the new guys that said that I made him feel pretty good.
Well,
that was that was a terrible round too.
You pad everybody's stats. So
I don't know. I started hot and then I fell off during the night. I don't know what happened there.
They caught on to you. They adjusted.
You don't have the stamina like you used to. You're getting old, brother.
Yeah, that's true. 45, it had to happen sometime. It was a good run. All right. So October 5th, get those signups in. It is going to be a freaking blast. We're going to have a great time. A month after that, going into gaming news, after that is Extra Life, the big fundraiser for Children's Miracle Network. Last year, we raised over as a group, as a conglomerate. I mean, everybody that participated in Extra Life raised over $6.5 million, if I remember right. We're looking to shatter that this year. get over to grimreapergamers.com, forums.grimreapergamers.com. Look for the Extra Life section. Find the closest hospital to you. Donate. If you want to join in, still got a month to raise funds. A little over a month, actually. So we're going to be making a big push in the next few shows. We got about 3 shows concluding tonight before Extra Life. And there's going to be some streaming events that I'm going to host coming up here. So stay tuned. Check them out at grimreapergamers.com. Getting back to October, GTA Online Bikers DLC. Run your own motorcycle club. Have your own hierarchy, your own officers. Up to, what is it, 8 members?
Yeah, I'm not sure for the amount that can be in the actual motorcycle club, or that can. It's probably 8 because that's how many can party up in a game. Mm-hmm. But you can probably add more than 8 in the motorcycle club. Like, I'm assuming it's. I think I don't know.
I think for each club, I think it's 8 members, but I mean, maybe that's 8 officers. I don't know, but
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, as I posted in the forums, I know GRG's really looking forward to this because they're all going to try to pretend they're Sons of Anarchy, but really it's going to be what the Black Widows from Every Which Way But Loose.
It is
knuckleheads.
We're gonna have old grandmas shooting us
and killing us.
Big gas can shotguns.
I fully expect that.
What's that movie? Wild Hogs?
Yeah, I was going to say Wild Hogs.
But
oh my God, yeah, that's right. You want to live out your Sons of Anarchy dreams. We may not hit the nail on the head, but we're going to give it a shot. It starts October 4th. There will be an event on October 4th. I haven't added it to the calendar yet, but I will be hosting a GTA night. They will be coming back October 4th, right in time.
Yeah, it looks like they're introducing a new bike, the Rat bike, and it looks kind of like Daryl's steampunk pile of shit motorcycle from The Walking Dead. So that's one of the things to kind of look forward to. It's probably going to cost like $5 million to buy, knowing GTA money. Obviously, there's going to be some new game modes and cooperative gameplay, competitive gameplay, and they're going to introduce ranks in the motorcycle club. So you'll be able to do like a prospect. You start off as a prospect. Someone's a president of the club, and you got to earn your way up. So unless I start this, I know you fuckers will never promote me. So I'm doomed to be forever a prospect. I'll be half sacked from a.
Well, here's what I was thinking. I could be the president. You could be Clay. We have that dynamic going on anyway,
I would definitely shoot. I would definitely shoot you in the back.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm
happened.
saying. You'd be Clay.
Spoilers.
Clown's vaping right now. He could be Piney.
Yeah.
I don't know. Grex is a good looking one. He's probably Opie. We'll have a hell of a time. That's gonna be great. So yeah, GTA nights are getting revived starting October 4th. A little bit of news about Ubisoft. I think we talked about this about 6 months ago. Ubisoft was looking to hostile takeover, or looking at a hostile takeover by Vivendi, who tried to kill Activision, who killed Sierra. Vivendi is upping their stake to 20.1%. The key here is that at 30%, they have to put in a takeover bid by French law. So we could be looking at the makers of Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, and the Tom Clancy titles taken over by the group that killed off Sierra single-handedly, the Leisure Suit Larry series, King's Quest, you name it. Are we looking at the point where Ubisoft's screwed?
Well, if they can kill off the Division, that might be okay. Although I think Ubisoft did a good enough job on their own. So
it sounds like they might be finally getting with that 1.4 patch. If it ever comes out, they might get it where it should be, or should have been.
Where it should have came out at.
Yeah,
we're almost patched to the start of the game.
Hey, they're taking the Battlefield 4 route of game development. This can't be good for them, can it? I mean, with Vivendi's track record, I mean, they almost killed Activision. This has to be bad for gaming, at least for this company, doesn't it? All right, so we're gonna keep an eye on that. Vivendi has a terrible track record. We'll just have to see what the hell is what the hell's going to come out of this. So, something that'll affect GRG and maybe some of you guys. Twitch is adding auto hosting. Grex, I believe was it you or Digital that got that set up with? It was you that set that up with who would pick up, right?
Yeah, I just added all the lists we knew about that we have streamers. So if we have any members that are streamers and you want to be added to the GRG rotation there, we can definitely add you into the list so that when the GRG channel is not going live, which lately it hasn't been, we definitely want to have as many members as we can on there so that it always looks active.
Yeah, and the nice thing is you have either a hierarchy you could choose by putting them in order, or the way we've got is randomized.
Right now, randomized, yeah.
Yeah, so it'll just take a random user. I didn't go check in last night to see if it picked me up when I was streaming during Community Night. I'll have to check that this weekend when I do a little more streaming.
Yeah, I got the alert that you were streaming, but I don't know if it shoots out an alert that there's a stream from GRG, or I didn't get that.
It should. It'll say that GRG is hosting, because like when, for example, one of the bigger streamers, Angry Joe Show, when they're streaming someone else, it'll say Angry Joe Show is hosting, like Delrith is a streamer that he hosts a lot, and usually about midday. So I'll get an email that'll say Angry Joe Show is streaming Delrith, and then it'll say what Delrith is taking. So maybe we need to double check some of our settings. We'll test that out this weekend. But in great timing for Extra Life, we're about a month away. It'll be great to have that our channel can pick up whoever is streaming on a regular basis. Yeah, another thing I tried. Yeah,
this is something I think we've been looking at for a while now. I think we have people that want to stream, blah blah blah, and be part of the clan or the community. And this makes it a lot easier. Before you had to manually switch it, and it was just kind of a silly way to do things. So hopefully we get our shit together and start streaming some stuff. People can watch some mediocre gameplay over Twitch if that excites them.
Yeah, it's about what they'll get.
But it's a nice feature. They should have had something like this a while ago. So
yeah, it'd be nice. It's really nice to have. Another thing I found, something I tried last night, is Restream.io. Which can actually take one stream and push it to multiple. So like I was going through Restream and pushing up to Twitch, YouTube, Hitbox, and Beam all at the same time.
Wow. And
that was really cool. And the other thing is they have a chat app where it'll pick up all 4 chats, and you can chat. You send your comments out to all the chat areas, to all the chats.
That doesn't kill your bandwidth or anything like that?
No, because you're only pushing to Restream. Restream is pushing it to the rest.
Gotcha.
So your bandwidth you have for the bandwidth that you would be pushing up to Twitch or YouTube or Beam, your bandwidth is still controlled by OBS, but it's only going to Restream. Restream is then distributing it to multiple sites at once.
What do they get out of that?
Boy, that's a good question. I don't know. I didn't see anything they were getting out of it, unless maybe some. I don't know if there's some ads they might push at some point, but I didn't see anything in my videos. So
I've heard of it. I just thought that must have been the catch
right now.
So yeah, it was really cool. It was kind of cool. I had my kids testing it, bringing it up on their each one on their laptop, and seeing what was coming up, and sure enough, it was all 4 sites bringing it up. Now, Hitbox I'm not so sure of because it didn't save anything and didn't log anything coming from that source, but I may have to check some settings. Be nice for Extra Life, though, to have it at 4 different spots. It'll even send out to social media for you. All right.
There's lucky people on Facebook getting your game feeds.
Yeah, there you go. Poor bastards. Okay, part 1 of this. Super Mega Baseball is going to be part of Games with Gold in October. from the Xbox. A really good baseball game. It's not a licensed one, but it's a really cool baseball game, a lot like the more over-the-top offerings in the NES era. Really cool stuff. Clown, do you have this for PS4? Or have you played it?
I've never played it. No.
Okay.
I'm just thinking it's got to be like Tecmo Bowl, right?
If you ever played Dusty Diamond Softball on the NES, a little smaller title, it was really cool. But it's a little more over the top. Yeah, so it's more Tecmo Bowl-like. It's a little more over the top, kind of an NBA Jam meets baseball type of thing. And the other announcement is that Super Mega Baseball 2 is announced for both systems coming out, and it's going to be adding multiplayer and co-op. So if you're looking for a good baseball game and you don't have a PlayStation so you can't get the show, this is pretty damn good. Backwards compatibility news. Another Call of Duty has come out, and it's World at War. The old World War, what was that, World War II set?
I
believe.
World War, it was
World War, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
World War II set, Call of Duty, from several years ago. So some people have been really wanting to see this again. In fact, a lot of people wanted to see World at War 2 as the new Call of Duty offering, which did not happen. So now we have it on backwards compatibility, guys.
Yeah, it was. I think the download of the update, I guess when you have the disc, is about 8 gigs, from what I understand. This, I'm curious. I gotta see if I have this. I go through my my closet and still see if I have it. This title was GRG's, or Too Old to Shoot's, best clan night game ever. It was the amount of custom games we ran in this was amazing. It spawned the infamous Sandy Vag match, the hardcore shotties only capture the flag on Dome, which really was it was a hardcore free for all on Dome. And I remember this one guy, Luke Berry, killed so many people, got the dogs on hardcore, and just like wiped everybody out. And while that's going on, he's like shouting like, "Who let the dogs out?" I'm like, one of the guys flipped out, screamed, and left the game, and pretty much left the clan after that. So, hence Sandy Vag match.
That was just before my time. I think I got in on the.
Yeah, we really enjoyed this title a lot.
Modern Warfare 2.
It was a very good one. So I'm kind of looking forward to playing this again. I'd like to see if we, once all the new games settle down, maybe throwing this in like maybe once a month or so, to kind of revisit and play a few matches.
Nice. Gonna send it over to Clown. We do have an update on the PS Plus titles for October. Not a bad lineup.
No, not at all. In the spirit of Halloween, they're giving us the Resident Evil remaster for the PS4, and because they're awesome and know that we're all kids at heart, we're getting Transformers Devastation, which I did an awesome review of several episodes ago, which wasn't a game that I would buy. It was a solid rental, but for free, I'll play that all day long. So 2 pretty much AAA titles.
Yeah, better lineup than they've had for a while. They were a little weak for a while. Unfortunately, I've kind of given up on the Vita side for that. You once in a while get a decent game out of there, but let's face it, the library's thin. They didn't support that worth shit.
Nope.
Which is too bad. It was a great little handheld. It was awesome. I mean, what's on there is great, but
well, I think handhelds have stiff competition with smartphones. You're just not going to break into it. I don't see it ever coming back. They just ought to just focus on smartphones, tablets, and be done.
Yeah, but Nintendo still keeps it going, man. I mean, yeah. I think it's just they didn't have the hardware came out way before the titles. Same damn thing that happened to Wii U. Hardware came out way before the titles. Hardware was a neat idea, nothing behind it. Then the third parties just said, screw it.
Take all those Nintendo games, forget the hardware, release it on the iPhone. It'll sell just as much, and they don't have to produce hardware.
Well, you got Super Mario Run coming out for iPhone this fall.
Look at Pokemon
this holiday season. Yeah, Pokemon Go's big. So you're starting to see it happen more. Mm-hmm. Okay, Destiny news. First off, Destiny 2. Information leaked out this week that Destiny 2 will not only be on the new gen or the current gen hardware, PS4, Xbox One, Slims, Pros, blah, 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 Scorpios. It will also be out for the Master Race, the PC. Hey, they're finally getting it. Do you think this is something that'll take off on PC with all the MMO competition?
I think it will. I think just the name alone, people are going to want to get it. They'll play it, and they'll bitch about it. But, Destiny is what I always call the MMO light. So it's great for the people that just don't have the time to really invest in an MMO. I know people say, "Oh, I got to grind stuff in Destiny." It's really not that bad compared to a game like Guild Wars or Warcraft, or as Grex is doing, Black Desert Online, where you really, really have to spend a lot of time and effort in to get ahead. So it's a great game in that aspect. So I'm sure people in PC world that have busy lives will latch on to it and play it.
That's a big undertaking, I think, for them too, because when you announce a title for PC, people that want to play it on PC are expecting a certain level of, graphic fidelity and everything to put them ahead of consoles. And I mean, right now with Rise of Iron, I think they're just getting around to where they're at, where Xbox One and PS4 started off at, where the graphics are like, okay, well, yeah, now this looks, quote unquote, current gen, but still not up to PC standards, I don't think. I granted, I probably don't have a computer that'll be able to run it when it comes out anyway. I'm sure it's going to be a monster.
Well, look at a title like Grand Theft Auto. You have that on PC and consoles, and on the PC side of things, they're running at 4K. So, I mean, I'm sure they'll do something like that for Destiny.
Well, they have to. They have to. And besides that, they have to anyway, because you're going to have next year, if it comes out next year, Scorpio's out.
True.
PS4 Pro is out, even though, that's a little more upscaling, at least by their admission so far. For the Pro, yeah. So, but those are 4K. So they're going to need the support 4K.
I still don't think when you get these different consoles that they're really going to create different levels of the games for the same console. I just don't think you're going to see much difference. But I'm telling you, it's going to be the Sega 32. They're going to upgrade the stuff, and the developers are never going to design for it. I could be wrong, but whatever.
I think I see your point, and I think you're right for the vast majority. I think that games that come out on both PC and current gen are going to have that little bit of advantage where they're going to have to program it anyway for the PC, because I guarantee you're not going to get away with it on PC to not give it capability to take care or to take advantage of the current hardware. 4K is out now for PC, so you're not going to get away with it. So, I mean, games that are designed for both, I think, are going to be more likely to handle it. The rest are going to upscale. It's going to be the hardware doing the upscaling. So, and in our last bit of news, Destiny Rise of Iron has released. It has been out for over a week now. And this takes us into the topic. So we're going to talk about our thoughts on Destiny Rise of Iron. We've all played it. We played its little precursor when the patch that came out and some added a few things and gave the private matches the week before. But now Rise of Iron is here. Basically, year 2 of Destiny wait a minute, this is considered year 3, isn't it?
Yeah, year 3.
Year 3 for Destiny. So, year 3 of Destiny, the years that won't end, it seems. And this should be the final one.
Not if people are going to pay for it. It won't end.
Very true. At least this one came out at $30.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go down the line of things of, the points of the Rise of Iron expansion. The story. I've heard it's short.
Extremely short. I like short stories. I was, when I played Halo 5, I heard it was a 5-hour story. So I was like, oh, sweet. I can handle that. That's about as far as my attention span will take me. This one, I kind of just started to get into the story. And the next thing I know, I think it was Grex and I forget, Duval or my party, like, hey, you're at the final boss. I'm like, what? Wait a second. Like, I think we put under 2 hours in. I don't know. It was an evening we had it done, and the story didn't make any sense. We go from like killing a god called Oryx to having space herpes. Whatever the Siva is, Siva, the Zika, whatever. Like, no one cares. The other problem with the story was, I think, your companions, Lord Saladhead, and I'm not even sure the hunter's name, but they were weak compared to Nathan Fillion's Kage 6. Like, he was such a great character. He was so entertaining. Yeah. He was very funny.
That was Taken King, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was excellent. I thought his role was phenomenal. These guys, I don't know. It paled in comparison.
So basically, in a couple hours or so.
Yeah.
Rise of Iron's roughly half the size of the story, isn't it?
Yeah, for an expansion, it's not that bad. For expansion, because you take the half dozen story missions that they got. So you got the main storyline, then there's 2 or 3 side missions, and then you got the new strike, and the raid and stuff like that. So for an expansion, it's not bad. Content-wise, I thought it's got a good couple of hours in there and stuff like that. The real-time investment comes in between when you finish the story and trying to get ready for the raid, because you could finish the story and be like 320, 325 light, and you got to get ready for the raid. They want you like 360. So there's a lot of room and a lot of time to go through all the new stuff, the plague lands, the patrols, the strikes, things like that. So it's not too bad. Yeah. I'm enjoying it.
The thing I guess I noticed out of how you guys talk about the story, it seems like the story is about half as long as Taken King. I mean, because I think Taken King was around 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah, it seemed it was a little bit longer. I was just kind of surprised. Like I said, when I just was getting into it, it was over, and it was literally 2 hours.
I mean, Taken King definitely had a longer story and more missions involved. I think this has more story than Destiny 1.0, but and I like the opening cinematic because that actually made me feel like, hey, we're finally playing on current gen. But yeah, I mean, there wasn't too much to the story. It's like, hey, spoiler alert, you did this, now welcome to the Iron Lords, and now your grind begins. I mean,
okay.
The sword they gave you isn't even worth it.
Swords seem tough to use in Destiny. I mean, it's not for the guys that developed the sword in Halo. Kind of seems a little off. Always seemed a little off to me, but neither here nor there.
It's not as strong. It's not as strong as one in Halo.
Yeah, it just seems like it's kind of, I don't know, a little off. Probably strength wise, and I don't know, just doesn't feel. It doesn't have the same feel.
The battle axe. I don't know. I wish that drops in the forge, and you use it on that one story mission. But the battle axe is fun to use.
Yeah, you get that in one of the patrols too, or
the
plague lands,
the quarantine one. Yeah, quarantine patrols.
All right.
When people don't come up, take it and run off with it. Had that happen.
I usually take it. So you guys, if I see a battle axe, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
What do you think of the strikes then?
I personally have only done, I think, just the one, the Septic's Perfected, and it was kind of a rehash of the original strike. I thought the end boss was a lot of fun because they kind of threw a lot more enemies into it, and it was the dynamic was a little bit different, a little bit more chaotic. But I haven't played too much of the other strikes.
The other one's all right. They're pretty good. Yeah, the Septic's Perfected one is a good grind one, because it drops those 2 blues, and you can go through it pretty quickly. So you get the 2 blues at the end that are higher than what you got. So that works as a good grind one. So a lot of people have been doing that. The other one I think I only did once, and then never went back to it again. Maybe it'll show up in the playlist round when I do it, but other than that, didn't leave too much of a lasting impression.
Yeah, I haven't played the Abomination the new Abomination Siva one yet either. I know that was part of the patch today where they fixed the loot drop for it. I guess it wasn't worth it to even play it because it wasn't even dropping high enough loot at the time. But Scepter's Perfected, I like it. I mean, they took the first strike and they made it. I mean, they randomize it too. It's like you won't go into it, and sometimes you go into it and you're fighting Hive inside. Sometimes you're fighting Splicers. Sometimes you're fighting Hive outside. Sometimes you're fighting a Devil Walker. You don't know. It can be a mix of all that. So I like the little randomness they add to it too.
I will say they pulled their usual stunt where they boost the loot drops for a few weeks before the expansion drops, and then when the expansion drops, it's nerfed again. It always just aggravates the shit out of me, but so they got me on that one. But now I'm definitely asking you guys this one because I have not even come close to this yet, but raids, the new raids.
Yeah, we made a solid attempt Tuesday night for the raid, and none of us were really geared for it. We kind of knew going in that it was just going to be a mess. Our goal was to kind of get past the first boss, and we got past the first stage of the first boss. We got to the second stage. Our light level wasn't high enough. Our weapons weren't doing enough damage, and it just wasn't going to work out. So we kind of left it at that point. So we have a save point. We can go right there this week, and hopefully we can take a look at it. But I've watched the videos and the streams of the new raid, and I don't know, it looks fantastic. It looks like a lot of fun. So I'm kind of excited to play through it. I think once you get your gear up and kind of get the understanding of the mechanics, it's not going to be a difficult one. It'll be more of a fun one to do. So I'm looking forward to being the proper light level to play it.
Yeah, I can already tell that this one's much more fun to play than the previous one, because that thing was just painful to go through all the time. The king there. So I don't know. Yeah, this one, just with the mechanics and stuff like that, it looks like a much better raid, and it looks like you can do it a lot quicker. And because even at the end, people are still taking over 2 hours to get a team through, and that's with everybody knowing what to do in that last one. So
yeah, they just they just figured out the final monitor secret or whatever to unlock the exotic chest and all that. I mean, I haven't gone through it myself because I'm still getting my light level up there, but I mean, I jumped in there just to grab the Grimoire card and check out the beginning of it. And I mean, I think, but I've watched the YouTube videos as well, and I mean, a lot of people like Planet Destiny and some of the big Destiny streamers and YouTubers love the raid. Like, they think that throwing the ball at the boss is like the best mechanic they ever came up with. They're like, oh, we love it. It's just like throwing this ball over and over again. You have to throw it in, within a couple seconds of each other or whatever. So it inspires a lot of teamwork and timing. So that's pretty cool.
Something we're not good at.
Well, come on now. MLG.
Well, I am, but the rest of the guys, I can't vouch for.
All right. So, your thoughts. Fresh content, or is this kind of more of the same, reskinned? What's the deal?
It's Destiny, so the answer is same old, reskinned. I don't think anything has really pretty much changed since they released it. The enemies you fight are now infected with space herpes, so they're skinned a little bit different. I think they're a little bit more mobile, and they attack harder, so they're a little bit smarter.
Yeah, definitely smarter.
Which makes it a little bit more fun. Like, you can't, I know I'm kind of low level. I'm like in the almost 350, so I'll ride around the plague lands. If I'm not paying attention, you'll get rocked from a couple hits. So, well, I think they upgraded the AI for the enemies. I'm just so tired of seeing the same old enemies. I like to see something new. The plague lands is nice. It's a whole new zone. So we have that. We have the raid, but the rest of it, I'd like to see them to really bring something new to the table. And I guess I'm kind of itching for Destiny 2 at this point.
the only thing that bugs me about the story in the Destiny with the thing is it's always they when they start the story off, but they don't know how to finish it. Like all these expansions and all this stuff, the story just kind of fizzles out on you, and you have some anticlimactic ending, and you're like, great, now what? So it's basically all the time it's like that.
All right. So what are your overall thoughts? Good, bad, not worth it, worth it? Think it's something that worth the $30. The quick note, it is $10 cheaper than last year's expansion, so there's a little bit of an advantage there. Recommended?
Well, I think at the price point, $30, this is, if you're a Destiny fan, this is a no-brainer. I mean, you're going to get the story, which is a little short, some new strikes. The new raid looks to be a lot of fun. So for $30, that's a good time. And then you have the Crucible. They've added the new game mode, which is called Supremacy, which is basically Call of Duty's Kill Confirmed. And we've been playing that, getting ready for the Iron Banner, because I think that's going to be the Iron Banner game mode.
Yep.
And I mean, it's a blast. It's a good time. So, and that's my favorite part of Destiny. I love the PvP. I think it's probably the best multiplayer PvP, or at least to me, it's the most fun. It's a good mix of Halo and Call of Duty to kind of mix those two games together, and that's what Destiny PvP is. I think my major beef with this title is the journey to get to the raid light level. It's brutal. So right now I'm just about 350, and it's not really explained how to get that stuff. You basically kind of have to just repeat the same shit over and over and over and over again, and go to the Cryptarch and decrypt something, and if it's a higher light level, wear that, decrypt the next thing. I wish there's a clearer path, and it lets you do stuff that was a little bit more fun than the same old repetitive stuff. Like we're dealing with a game that doesn't have a lot of content overall, so you're gonna grind the same strike over and over again. I wish they'd come up with a better way to handle gearing up, because that's basically, I'm ready to do the raid. I just need to get the stupid gear to get in the raid and actually be productive. So, but as far as the one last thing is, I'm just really looking forward to the Iron Banner next week, and I love the competition involved, and GRG really plays it. We'll probably see several parties running next week, so it'll be easy to get into a game, get into a group, and it's going to be a good time. So for $30, it's worth it.
Yeah, Iron Banner will bring him in.
For me, this is where I get like kind of brutal. I mean, is it worth the $30? Yes, you'll get at least another 30 hours of content, out of it. I mean, I have just under 300 hours total in Destiny so far, but this is just like, they made it way too much of a grind. I think I agree with, Walla in that respect. And the whole thing is that by making it so much of a grind where you have to grind these strikes, they instituted the skeleton key system to keep people from having to grind the strikes all the time. So if you institute the skeleton key system so that way you can automatically get a shot at strike gear, well, what the fuck's the point when you're just going to sit there and you're going to grind the strike over and over again anyway to get gear?
Well, have you gotten any skeleton keys yet? Or?
Yeah, I got one extra one other than the one that I was given.
Had one.
I was going to say, I've heard a lot of reports where people got the one and that was it.
Yeah, I got one other, and I was off of actually one of the 320 strikes. I didn't get shit off the 350 strikes. Another thing, I agree with Johnny where I believe they nerfed the hell out of purple and exotic engram drops. I mean, I don't know if they may have fixed it with the patch today, but I mean, I was popping 3 of coins like probably you guys pop Viagra, and it's just. I wasn't getting anything, like 8 in a row and nothing.
I think that's just your bad luck. I popped a 3 coins the other night, and doing something. We couldn't. Oh, during the raid, we couldn't get past that boss. And then afterwards, I hopped into a crucible match and got two exotic engrams.
See, Crucible I have, but as far as the strikes are concerned, the strike bosses, nothing. I mean, the one Crucible match I played to try out Supremacy, I had a 3 of coins active, and I came out with an actual exotic engram. The Perfected Forge, it's out there that everyone believes that that if you do a Perfected Forge, that the loot's broken in it. People are doing it and not getting anything. I did. I finally beat a Perfected boss and got 2 blue engrams that decoded at 15 light levels lower than I am. But then I did a 320 and got a purple, 2 purple that were higher light than me. It's like it's broken. And the heroic strikes, which are higher than the crisis strikes, don't count towards the book at all. Which, I mean, some stuff needs to be fixed. I mean, overall, I mean, it's fun, but damn.
It's weird how much the game draws us, considering how every time they release an update, it breaks the random number generator, the randomizer that drops loot. I mean, like I said before, the few weeks leading up, the randomizer was kind as hell, and then all of a sudden,
oh yeah, they shut down the stuff, and
yeah, I mean it's not. I mean, at least it's not like Destiny 1.0 where you could turn in a blue and it would turn into a green. It's not going that bad, but I mean the fact of the matter is that when you decrypt something, you can't. It doesn't. Blues don't decrypt over 340. So if you go to decrypt a blue, unless it pops as a purple or an exotic, it's useless. You know it's going to be 340 or below. But if it drops, if the purple drops just as normal gear, it has a possibility of being higher light than you. It's just it confuses the shit out of me. So it's like I ran the strike for 3 hours last night and went up like 4 light levels.
And that's
the blues and the blues and the greens. They're most of the time they're just mat fodder. So you can upgrade your gear, armor mats, that kind of crap. And then, the purples. But with the patch that they just dropped today, at least on Xbox, I don't know if PlayStation got the same patch today. I'm assuming they did. But that one definitely increased they fixed the Forge. So that the drops in the Forge have been a lot better, at least from the 45 minutes that I was in there today. So.
I know they fixed the offerings drop rate, but so you can actually get offerings easier now. But hopefully they fix the loot in that thing. I need to get in there and try it out because it's like,
yeah, the offerings definitely drop more because basically, if you go in there with a fire team, you can pretty much say you'll never run out of offerings to kick off because someone will get one every run. At least one person will get an offering drop on that event. So yeah, it was working pretty well.
Needless to say, it's a fun time. I put 300 hours into the game, and that's the most I've put into any single game I've ever owned. I think so.
You're getting awfully Archean with that.
What's that?
With Destiny, getting to be like the hours that Dig and I put into Ark.
That's overall. That's from the launch of it. And then I was taking a year off. If I didn't take the year off, I probably would be higher. But
of course, I say Dig and I put into that. I put in a couple hundred hours into Ark on both platforms. Dig has put in like 15,000 hours.
Yeah,
into the damn game.
I took my daughter around, and she was like, "Who's that guy?" I was like, "Oh, that's Digital." She's like, "What's he doing?" I was like, whatever Digital does, you just stand there building something,
probably making things bigger. Plots.
Yeah, it's like
working on our mats,
sitting there in his loincloth.
Hey, we're getting more of you guys. We're getting more of you guys over to the PC side on that one, but
it's never going to come to PS4, so I might as well have joined on PC.
Hey, the server's a fun place, but all right, so we have a good following. And it will be good to tide us over, despite the fact that the loot is a little stingy as shit, at least right off the bat. It'll probably get better right about the time Battlefield comes out.
Yeah, well, that's what's going to be nice about this title. You figure, like, by the time we all get raid ready and start going through the raid and carry on with it. I know people already try hards and they've been through the raid. Good for them. I I just don't have that kind of time. But we'll get back into the raids. We'll bang those out. Battlefield will come out, and which will give us a good mix of games. So we'll be able to play Destiny a couple nights a week, Battlefield a couple nights a week. So it'll be a good time for Battlefield when that comes in.
I will say this. They've got a little bit of refining to do, like randomizing teams. And that's one we talked about last night. But Destiny private matches feel better to me than Halo's private matches do right now. Just, I like the feel of it a little better. I don't know what the deal is. I just like the feel of it. Maybe it's because I've got some decent, a little bit better guns in that game. I'm a little more used to it than I am what's in Halo.
Well, there's
Halo 5, but
yeah, I like Destiny a little bit better over Halo. Halo is great in the fact that they have Forge, and they create some amazing things with Forge, amazing maps and game modes. So it's truly fantastic. But I like to mess around with the sniper. And in Halo, you kind of got to go fight for that sniper. Where in Destiny, I have that on me at all times. And that's probably one of the reasons why I really, really enjoy Destiny. I think, like I said before, they bring in that mix of Call of Duty where it's a little over the top with like the supers and the weapons. So it's just a fun
And maybe
game.
that's it. Maybe it's because I can bring my stuff in.
Yes.
I'm not starting with that damn AR.
No, and I think that helps.
I got my AR. That's a 260 something.
Well, it's normalized.
Instead of
when they go into unless we turn the light level on, it's normalized. So I think everybody's fighting at the same light level.
Yeah, maybe the same light level, but I mean, I'm talking like the range and the attack and stuff. Some of that not necessarily the light level transfers, but the guns, you have the
specs,
like Call of Duty does. You have your gun specs, where in Halo you start with the little pea shooter.
Yeah, it's not customizable.
Every time you have to find the better guns where you bring in your guns, and I can bring in what plays best with my style.
And they still bring in that fight for the weapon with the supers. So, so you have some decent weapons. You start with the gun you want. You start with the secondary you want, and then the big battle becomes for that super ammo, the heavy ammo, super ammo.
Heavy ammo, and building your super.
Mm-hmm.
Building your supercharge, I mean, I love the Sith Lord. I love that lightning strike shit.
Golden gun and throw a knife. Be a real man.
Yeah, I'll take Sith Lord
some skill.
I'll take Sith Lord. Chain it to take out 3 people at a time. Love it. A little OP, but they haven't fixed it yet, so I love it. All right, so be big on the clan, and to kind of start bringing this home, we have had some pretty nice recruiting starting up, guys. Recruiting's back in swing. We're back in fall. We've had some Destiny people start to join on both sides, Xbox and PS. I know we've had some good new guys and gals.
Yeah, we do have a couple of gals, Salt and
Cherry.
Yep. I think she's
got
married
Shark
to Chair Bear. The current crop we got of recruits, a lot of the guys seem like they're panning out, be pretty good people. They're gonna be a good fit for the GRG, so I'm kind of excited to play with them.
Panning out both sides. I think PS4, you guys got some good recruits that have come in. I know you've been adding some new guys into games.
Yeah, I mean we got some solid people coming in. I haven't gotten around to playing with everyone yet. I haven't seen everyone on yet. Some of the newer guys, I'm still waiting for them to answer a friend request that I sent them, but I mean, everyone has different schedules, so I mean, I'm sure I'll get around. I play some weird hours, so I tend to play with a lot of people. I mean, we got one guy in England who, I mean, he stays up till 4:30 his time in the morning playing with us. So I don't know if that's his normal schedule or what, but more power to him. That's all I gotta say.
Might be a little crazy, which helps in GRG.
Yeah.
Now we had 4 or 5 new people rotate in last night, at least.
Yeah, for the customs, we had at least 4 or 5, and that's not all. I think we got a good 20 plus people.
Well, 4 or 5 new ones that I saw.
They
but I got in a little
night.
later. So you had some people cycle in now before I got there.
Yeah. So
a lot of fun. So welcome to the new members. We've enjoyed playing with you. We look forward to more. Next show we'll be recording on the 12th. It'll be out overnight on the 12th or by the morning of the 13th because Jack doesn't believe in sleep. A little too dedicated, you tomato-y bastard.
I'll wind up being up to 3 a.m. editing this shit and posting it and blah, blah, blah.
You're nuts, dude. You're nuts.
Yeah. One of these days I'll make money from the site, right?
No.
No. I spend it. I just spent money tonight buying this stupid Skype recorder.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's all for a good cause.
Is it?
Maybe.
Debatable.
Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/GrimReaperGamers. Also, check out the forums.grimreapergamers.com. There you can get to our Discord chat site, which is great for communicating, and especially when you're gaming. I love voice chat on Discord. Absolutely love that shit.
Yeah, that works really well. And I can't believe that they don't charge anything for it. You're basically getting like a TeamSpeak Mumble server for free. And it's worked out.
And I'll tell you
very
what, when
well.
it's working, I think it's got a little better quality.
Oh, the quality
than at least
amazing.
TeamSpeak. I didn't use Mumble, but I've used TeamSpeak before, and
Oh,
clear as a bell.
Yep, it sounds fantastic.
Also, we have a Twitter presence. Since Jammer's not here, I have to remember the name, and it is grgamers.com, and you have to spell out dot, so it's grgamers.com. So follow us on Twitter. We tweet our stuff out once in a while, and Battlefield loves us. The Battlefield Twitter account just loves us.
Yeah, they must be hard up for tweets or something. I don't know. I can't figure it out. Or
They
I
love
think
their
Jammer's sending them nudes or something. I don't know.
It could be. It could
They
be.
think we're someone special.
They're
There's definitely a possibility.
They're tweeting
No,
back
we're-
to make them stop.
We're special, all right. We are special. All right. Also, we have our player.me presence. If you want to join us on player.me at player.me/Grim Reaper Gamers, or search, I think it's easier if you just search for Grim Reaper Gamers on player.me, and then you'll find us. We have the Xbox Club, the PS4 community. Search for Grim Reaper Gamers on either Xbox or PS4. Xbox, some of you guys that aren't on the preview program, you'll be seeing that later this month. I think, sometime in October is
other thing is
going to be the release.
They can apply from it if they have like an Android phone. I don't think iTunes or iPhones have it yet, but on the Android,
Not the beta app.
they have
The only the release app.
Yeah, on Android for Google Play, you can download the Xbox Live beta app, and you can apply to the Xbox Club that way.
Also on Windows 10 or Surface or Windows Phone, you have the Xbox beta app as well, because it is a UWP. So also, what's that?
I said whatever that means, right?
Universal Windows platform app.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, I know. I got to explain it to some people. And I also put in, I'm going to plug Twitch. Twitch.tv/Grim Reaper Gamers, since we are going to start hosting more of our guys and getting more of that presence, showing more streaming as our members stream. Start picking more of that up, Grex. That's right, isn't it, Grim Reaper Gamers?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
it is.
All right, so check us out on twitch.tv. All right, guys, thank you. Pretty good show. A lot of talk about Destiny. We're in fall, guys. Our wallets are going to take a beating. I get an oof from Cloud. So.
Yep, I got Battlefield, and then followed up with the Call of Duty with the whatever edition it is for the Modern Warfare.
Digital edition, digital deluxe.
Yes. So,
Amazon reminds me every time I log in, you have 2 orders pending. I'm like, I know.
I'm still on the fence with Call of Duty. I'll probably break down.
And I got Titanfall and I got Battlefield.
Yeah, see,
then
Titanfall's
after-
going to be the one I
I'll wait
think
for
that's
the
the one I'm going to
remastered
say.
to go separate.
Yeah, the Titanfall, I think, is the one I'm gonna have to skip.
Yeah.
Too many at once. I think EA kind of cannibalized it with releasing it so close to Battlefield 1. I think that's the more anticipated game.
Yeah, I think Titanfall would be better spring title, but
Maybe they're looking at a different market for that game type or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, when you figure on the PlayStation side, no one got to play the original, so they probably have a little bit more of a presence than the Xbox side.
I think they figure they're going more head-to-head with Call of Duty on that game than they are. Battlefield's going to be its own, but I really think they're going to be a little surprised that more people gear. I hear kids talking more about Battlefield than Call of Duty right now, which kind of surprised me. I figured it'd be more our group, the Atari generation, the Atari NES generations that would be into that, but that's another show. At least I think it is. I haven't seen the move on yet from you, Jack.
Yeah, move on.
All right, so let's wrap this up. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for listening. Tell your friends we're on iTunes, Google Play, and our podcast is on grimreapergamers.com. Remember to smack that peen against the subscribe button on YouTube or Twitch. Check out past episodes of the ReaperCast. Some are on YouTube. Well, they're all on YouTube, even though the video show stopped a long time ago. We do still have the audio show on YouTube. Check out these shenanigans in our videos on the YouTube channel. You're going to see more of that as we stream more. And, check out the audio whenever you get a chance. So tell your friends. Get them to join. GrimReaperGamers.com. So for Lala Clown, Sexy Grexy, this is Johnny Hustler saying, so long, stay safe, never game alone.